Hola, boys and girls. It's Senora Bowman. I'm here today to read you one of my favorite books, Skippy John Jones. Are you ready? Skippy John Jones by Judy Shatner. Every morning, Skippy John Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mr. Doohiggy's bird bath." The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat, not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, or a moose, or a goose, or a rat, or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippy John Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippy John Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippy John Jones. "What was that?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippy John Jones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippy John Jones began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Skippito Fratito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippy John Jones come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answered Mama Junebug Jones. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippy John wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road, far, far away from old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay caramba, who goes there?" asked Skippy John Jones. "We go by the name Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am El Skipito, the great sword fighter," said Skippy John Jones. The smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why the mosquito, dude?" asked Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skipito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pinolito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skipito. "He might be the dog of our dreams," whispered Rosalita. "Perhaps," said Tia Mia, "if he knows the secret password." Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skipito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. Achoo, pichoo." "Bless you," said Don Diego. "Gracias," said Skipito. "Then it is true," declared Don Diego. "Yip, yippee, yippito, it's the end of Alfredo Bozito. Skipito is here, we have nothing to fear. Adios, the bad bumbalito." Then all of the chimichangos went crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. Then they took a long siesta. But After waking up, the chimichangas got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblito for Scipito to see. A hush grew over the chimichanga so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Bazito, whispered the crowd. El blimpo Bumblito bendito. There he is. See, said Paquito Tito, the bandito steals our frijoles. Not your beans, cried Scipito outraged. See, Poquito continued, red beans, black beans, Boston baked and blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Paquito added. Pourquoi? Asked Scipito. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Huh? Asked Scipito. The dude just wants his black beans, said Paquito Tito. And you are just the dog for the job. Me? Asked Scipito. Then all of the chimichangas turned towards Scipito, the great sword fighter. But poor Scipito had no time for a plan because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangas scattered in all directions. Vámonos, Scipito, or it's you, the bandito abuelito, they cried. Scipito stood his ground, but his large legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. Then in a muy soft voice he said, My name is Scipito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Bazito flew straight for Scipito until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! Cried Scipito as he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, pop, went the bandito, landing on Scipito's sword, and quicker than one could say Chihuahua's cheese and crackers, every kind of bee came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the Bubblito Bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song. Yip, yippee, yippito, our hero is El Scipito. He's the dog of our dreams, who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippy John's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. Benguito, Crashito, Papito, Scipito. Just in time to see Skippy John Jones' closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbag, Doggies, the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippy John Jones, everyone cried. Holy muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippy John and covered his head with furry, purry kisses. What am I gonna do with you, Mr. Cocoa Bugs? She scolded. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippy John began to bounce and bounce in his big boy bed. Oh, I'm Skippy John Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but just forget about that. Say good night, Skippy John Jones, called his mama. Buenas noches, mi amigos, said Skippy John Jones. Oh, was that not a muy good story to read today? Yes, yes, yes. And guess what? Skippy John Jones is here in my house, and he's taking a little siesta. So boys and girls, I am so glad that you came to my house to hear my story of Skippy John Jones. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have some more stories. And I'm hoping that we can do a book study together. We've got to finish Humphrey because we don't know what's going to happen to him, and we need to finish that book, don't we? But today it's all about El Scipito, Skippy John Jones. So send me some pictures, boys and girls, of you doing something fun. Maybe you'll be eating some beans today. Holy frioles. Bye-bye.